Hey, what's up, everybody? Back with another video from my hotel room in Oak Brook, Illinois. Basically Chicago, but it's not Chicago because it's in the suburbs. So anyone who. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm back with another video live from my hotel room in Oak Brook, Illinois, where I am currently living for the next 2 weeks. Or I guess it's been 1 week, so we have 1 week left. But yeah, I wanted to upload a video today that I've been meaning to upload for weeks. Honestly, my schedule has just been crazy. But I wanted to talk about grief and loss. As y'all know, or if you don't know, I lost my mom my sophomore year of high school. She died of breast cancer, and then 2 years after that, my best friend died of cancer as well. So I think I have, a little bit of experience talking about grief and loss. Obviously, it's been like that. It was definitely extremely hard. I think, when my mom passed, I didn't really deal with it a lot. Well, obviously, I didn't deal with it. I think I cried like the first day, and then after that, I like had no emotions. I was just like, all right, you know, I guess she's not here. I went to school. This was like it happened in like August. It happened in August, and school started in September. I went to school, just like didn't tell anybody. People found out, and they're like, "Well, are you okay? Like, why are you here?" Like, people were kind of looking at me like, is he gonna like just explode? Because it's more scary, when tragedy happens and somebody's just like ignoring it and like doesn't say anything, it's just acting like everything's okay, than when people are like having an appropriate response. So my response was not appropriate at all. If I was my friends or my family, I would have been like, is he gonna, I don't know, we need to deal with this. But anyway, that did happen. When my friend died, I like everything fell apart, and it was just like the death after the death, and sickness and cancer, all of that. So junior year, I fell apart. Went into the hospitalization, not junior year, senior year, fell apart. Went into the partial hospitalization program. Really worked through a lot of that, and got to the issues of my depression, got to the issues of like dealing with loss, dealing with grief, really realizing that like it's okay to have feelings and to acknowledge that we miss these people, but that doesn't necessarily mean that like other people in our lives are gonna like leave us. That's what it felt like to me. It literally felt like my senior year, like everyone either dies or leaves you. You're alone in this world. Everything sucks. That's what I was feeling, because I felt like I had significant attachment trauma. I've dealt with that. I realized, I'm still dealing with that now. But I was at a good spot moving into college. And for the past 4 years, when I was in college, I like told everybody, yeah, my mom passed away, my best friend passed away, I was depressed, I was in this partial hospitalization program, but I really, worked on all those things, and I'm like, I'm good. Now it's just dealing with like this bipolar disorder crap. But lately I've been, missing my mom, in a different way. I've been, you know, I've been going back and forth over whether or not how I felt, during graduation. My mom not being there. My grandma, she came up to me and she was like, "Your mom would be so proud of you." Everyone was saying your mom would be so proud of you, and it occurred to me that I hadn't even thought about my mom during graduation, or like, I hadn't made that connection that she wouldn't be there, and I didn't know how I felt about that. It made me feel guilty. Made me feel really guilty, because I was like, did I forget about my mom? And I'm like, no, I didn't forget about my mom. I think about her literally every day. I just didn't think about her at graduation or around in connection to graduation. And I don't know if that was me just, you know, dealing with my new normalcy in terms that like my mom's not here. So like, why would that be in my mind? Or maybe I was just stressed about so many different other things that like, I don't know. But I feel like someone who like lost their mom should probably be sad or think about her at wedding, big moments in their lives, like weddings. She's not going to be there. Graduation, she's not going to be there. Like if I have kids, she's not going to be there. And it kind of just set in during graduation, and I was like, damn, I really wish she was here. And I don't know, I've just been feeling kind of sad these last few weeks, going back and forth, thinking about my best friend who passed, and my mom, and just dealing like, dealing with loss and grief. It's not like a checkbox, when someone passes away, when we lose anybody in any capacity, when any trauma happens, it's not like you deal with it in a program for 6 months or a year and like you're good, which is sort of like what I was saying. I'm like, all right, I dealt with all these feelings and I'm good now, ready to go. It's more so like you develop managing tools or skills or like a toolbox to deal with those issues, and you can better deal with them in the future. Not that those feelings and emotions won't come back up. So I haven't really been dealing with this sense of loss since like high school, and this feeling for me is new, in the sense that like I haven't had it in 4 years. So I think if you're dealing with loss and grief in your personal life, I think it's really just important to realize that it's never a final process. It never ends. It's really just a continuation. And I think that we always miss people who aren't here with us. And there's nothing we can try to, make ourselves feel guilty, try to blame ourselves for them not being here, or try to blame ourselves for like maybe thinking like I did, oh, am I forgetting about them? Sometimes, we feel guilty because they're not here, and we're still living our lives. So like in the sense that like I'm graduating, I'm happy, it's a graduating time. My mom's not here. Should I feel sad about that? Maybe in an aspect, but what's the appropriate level of sadness? And that's also where my anxiety comes in. It's like this whole jumbled up ball. This is like literally what I was thinking about during graduation. Like instead of thinking like, graduation's like nice, I'm graduating, yay. I'm like sitting there like anxious in my chair thinking about like, damn, I didn't think about my mom, like what's going on. Like, so it's also part of my anxiety, but I digress. I forgot what I was even like talking about. But yeah, so like anyway, if you're dealing with, someone who passed away, if you're dealing with someone that you miss, if you're dealing with, if you lost a parent and that's really hard, I think I don't even have a perfect answer besides that, it's stages. Like you just take one day at a time, try to give yourself like, room to grow or space, you don't have to, like you're still here, and you can live your life and you can have fun moments, and it does not mean that you've moved on past those people. It doesn't mean that like you don't care about them. My best friend will always be my best friend. I have really, really good friends now. I have a best friend. I think it's just such a like, people just throw it around, but like if I had to quantify, like I had one best friend who passed, and now I do have another best friend. Not replacing her. It's just like I consider him to be my best friend. And it's not replacing her in any form. It doesn't mean that she wasn't special. It doesn't mean I still love her. But I have to remind myself that, because I think that when we think that way, it holds us down. It keeps us back from moving on. And in most cases, those people wouldn't want us to be, held down by weights. They want us to go out and live our lives, and understanding that like we still hold them in our hearts, we still think about them, but life does continue, and if we don't continue with it, then we're also the ones suffering. So I think it's a balance, because I'm getting sad even like talking about it. I'm like, I can't move on. What do you mean move on? Forget it. Like that's so weird, y'all. I'm like literally in my mind, my heart's racing. So I'm like, did I just say that? Like, is that okay to say? Like, move on from my mom? Like what? No, I hate that. Like it sounds bad. It's not moving on. It's just continuing life with them in a different spot. They're not out here. They're in here. And I think it's hard to remember that sometimes, but we have to. Otherwise, we'll drive ourselves crazy. All right, this video was kind of me rambling as per usual, but I hope y'all enjoyed it. So like, share, comment, and subscribe. I really want to start uploading more videos. I know I say that every single video, but I miss y'all. And I've been doing really well emotionally, and I think that's been a chance for me to take a step back from YouTube and sort of do other things, but I realize that there are people out there who need to hear these things, and I really, really want to help. I hope I'm helping. So I'm going to continue uploading more videos, strategies, things that I've gone through, things like this that I'm still dealing with, because it's not a checkbox. I'm not one and done and good, I'm still dealing with all of these things every single day. All right, until next time, peace out.